It don't even matter. They gonna see he's going. They gonna know he's going crazy. I don't know how many you want to take.
That's fine.
That's perfect.
We'll see whatever happens. Who cares? If anything, I'll just Photoshop us all together.
Take old ass pictures.
Just old pictures and Photoshop us on the couch.
This guy's an afro. It's not even him no more.
You see the afro on top of a hat.
Audio recording already?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, welcome. It's our 100th episode. Long awaited. We doing something a little different today.
Mm-hmm.
We just gonna go crazy.
Yo, we here. You here for it?
I'm here for it.
Let's do it.
Y'all not gonna watch this whole thing, but fuck it.
Well,
Like,
we
this shit
just
about to
doing
be
it.
fun.
Yeah,
This
man,
is
we'll
really
break
for
into
us.
parks for y'all because we know most y'all not gonna get up to this point.
Somebody gonna watch it.
This is
Somebody
really,
gonna
Chai Joe, Chris, Yankee? Is it Yankee?
Chris Yankee.
Yeah, right.
Who else? It was Smith.
David Smith.
David
He ain't been
Smith,
here in a while
David
though.
Smith ain't
Yo,
been
where you
around
at,
for a
dog?
Where you
while.
at, David?
My brother,
Mob Trey gonna watch too.
Mob Trey.
Mob probably like this one.
Yo, shout out to all y'all for sticking
You know
with
what I'm
us.
saying?
100 episodes deep. We about to go crazy today.
But yo, how y'all feeling though, fellas? Y'all
I'm
mental
good.
health is at,
I'm better
man?
than Cuomo. That's what I want to talk about right now. Yeah, you about to go crazy.
I saw
about
a
to go
post.
crazy.
I saw a post. It was like when you go talk to a shorty, you gotta be like, no Cuomo,
No
no
Cuomo.
I'm
Cuomo.
Italian, I promise.
You gotta show
No,
her.
no,
You gotta show her you got Italian, right?
Not Italian.
Yo, when you said that shit, I
hate
weak.
spaghetti too, honestly.
I was mad I couldn't comment on it.
Relax.
Yo, you gotta
I'm gonna kick you out. Like,
you gotta
19
let her
minute
know
video.
you're not Italian. You gotta show her the fucking 23andMe DNA test. Like, yo,
2-3
it's not.
You gonna find a Sicilian to be tight.
2% Sicilian. No,
Nah, but real shit. Y'all think he did it? What's up? What y'all think?
Of course he did.
I feel like he was just handsy and like, the times changed and now he can't do that no more.
What celebrity?
And then
What celebrity came to his defense recently? It was somebody.
Nobody.
No, it was somebody that was talking about like something with like Cuomo, and it was just like,
I feel like it was Michael Rappaport.
I can't remember.
Rappaport be saying like he be sticking up for niggas.
It was something, but not like in certain. But it was just like, essentially, it was like being forced to like step down from somewhere or something like that. Even though it's like it's not guaranteed that you did it, it's nothing proven yet, and stuff like that. It was something like it was along those lines. I forgot who it was, but it was like you see how like, people could force you into doing some shit.
Do you think the resignation is warranted?
I mean, if he did it, then if he's trying to get out of it quick. Even if he didn't do it, he's gonna try to get out of it, so it doesn't seem like it'll work. It'll worsen his reputation if he's still doing this while he's on trial for anything. So,
But
regardless if he did it or not,
he didn't commit a crime.
No,
He didn't
He's not going
commit.
to trial for this.
There's no crime committed here.
so nobody's trying to press charges.
No, what he fucking hugged you a little too tight and what?
Sexual harassment.
It's not a crime. It's immoral, but you can't go to jail for sexual harassment.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Just
I'm not sure
levels.
about that. Yeah, to what extent? If you're handsy, that you can go to jail for that. That's they consider certain things rape.
They can definitely give you. Like,
He didn't rape anyone.
5 to 10
But no, I'm
years.
talking like even if you like being handsy.
No,
like
I mean
that.
rape is pretty definitive. Like what rape is. If you
They
grab,
keep it open.
If you grab someone's ass on the street, like you might.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
you're
Give
not
it a
gonna
misdemeanor,
you're not gonna
slap
you're not
him
gonna do a
arrest,
bid
yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on. I'm not defending what he did.
facts.
You know what? Get a laptop here. Y'all keep talking.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's just say y'all keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Because that's just personally to me, I feel like it's just one of them situations where it can't get worse if he didn't resign. It would get worse for him.
He was trying to fight it at first. He made a whole campaign video. He was like, I touch everybody. I kiss everybody. I kiss old people. I kiss young people. I kiss powerful people.
Kiss
like,
my grandmother, your grandmother.
yeah. And he was showing like pictures and videos of him like being real close with people. But I feel like that was a bad play.
And I feel like it could get worse for him if he was to stay in office. Unfortunately,
He was about to run for president too and everything.
Yeah.
they was really trying to like convince him to do it, and he was considering it too, even though he was trying to like. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Whatever.
Ah, damn, it's the
I got
fucking
no choice
court.
now.
I mean, yeah, it's clipped for him. No matter how you try to flip it or.
Okay, so basically, we the investigators appointed to conduct an investigation into allegations of sexual harassment by Cuomo. Conclude that the government engaged in conduct constituting sexual harassment under federal and New York state law.
Is it punishable by the New York State law though?
It's a federal crime, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's under federal and state law,
It's definitely
I'm
punishable.
pretty sure it's, and especially if you go into an investigation for it, it's like if you're not just going to investigate it or something, you're just going to do for like a ticket or
Look
some
up.
shit.
Can you get arrested for sexual harassment?
In New York, I guess I'll do that.
Okay, could you
Yeah,
get?
they got the list of names right there.
Oh, no, it's a table of contents.
I'm about to say, bro.
Each
one
is
has
different.
There's names.
There's names.
Oh, it is names on the pages.
Those are the victims.
Those are basically, I think that's statements from them.
Go to one.
Oh,
Pick one, anyone.
Which one?
Go to Anna.
Anna
What
list.
Anna
Anna
say?
list.
What did Anna say?
Anna
Page
list.
81. Damn, I'm
Imagine she watching this video, angry. So she bad
No
triggered
way.
right now.
Oh man, that would be sick.
Based on her demeanor during her testimony, as well as the level of detail and consistency, yada yada yada, to be credible, allegations, looking down her shirt. No,
I mean, what the okay.
When niggas do that on the run, I'm not saying.
but,
Let me watch
okay,
what I say. Let me watch
yeah,
what I say.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me watch what I say.
yeah.
Niggas, that's how real it is. Niggas,
Pin drop.
niggas do that regularly. And women, even if they do notice, it's
It also depends on how you.
victim.
Also depends.
That.
But you usually
watch
listen
this
to
down, buddy.
Because also think of it as like if a nigga walks up to you and like he's like you're looking down and he's looking at me like you could clearly see like he's not even like looking at you or even trying to play it off like just like in your face like just like staring down, and that's like
That's OD.
that's OD. I don't know if that's it to the extent. I don't know. She said there was no other interactions besides that, but
Truthfully, the only people
me
that knows
But what if you give someone a hug, give a shorty a hug, and you glance down and you want to take a look at the heavies, my nigga.
obviously it's context to it. Whether they feel comfortable or not, that's the point.
Yeah, I
Regardless.
mean, because
That's true.
If she don't find you attractive, it's sexual assault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No
yeah.
matter how
Yes.
you chop it. Just like if an ugly shorty, you know what I'm saying, she hitting on you, it's
You
like,
call the
ugh.
cops? You call the cops over there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, get out of my face, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, just so we're clear, we're from New York. We're from New York, so we're talking about New York things. You're not going to hear us talk about things from Carolina or Sacramento.
That shit.
We don't give a fuck about none of
Okay,
that. Fuck that.
let me read this. Let me read this part. So Miss Liz testified that upon her meeting her, the governor held her hand and gazed into her eyes. That Miss Love was simultaneously grandfatherly and somewhat flirtatious.
That's romantic.
Whoa,
You can't do both of those right there.
No. That's so conflicting.
That's both sides of the fucking coin.
Grandfatherly, but somewhat flirtatious. It's either one.
No, like maybe it's grandfatherly in terms of like elderly kind of thing, but
Like your grandfather, like he's looking at you like
that can still be kind of creepy though, because you're looking
grandfather.
because that's looking at it's like a not like an attachment, but you have a certain relationship with this person, and
He's too friendly.
She just met him, and he's looking at her like a certain way, like maybe like
Oh,
too friendly and
that's the
stuff
keyword.
like
That's
that.
the keyword. Upon meeting.
Upon meeting
That's
her.
the keyword. Okay.
So it's like you already like you giving like not just like you're supposed to be. It's also a professional setting.
I can see how that would come off really creepy.
Yeah, so it's like it's also like a professional setting. Like
But again, what like
on multiple occasions afterward, the government kissed and touched Miss Liz both in the office and at work parties
Okay,
and
that's
stuff like that's
probably a kiss on the cheek.
yeah, kiss on the cheek, slip his hand around her waist and shit like that. But like you're also like
Guys, he's Italian.
He's Italian, yeah.
Yes, he's Italian.
That's what they do.
Come on.
Probably having the same occurrence, like 1, 2, and 3 on the forehead for me.
He's fucking Mario and she's Peach.
And Peach was trying to get away from Mario.
Yeah.
Why you think she got kidnapped
That's
by
why
Bowser?
she was
Like
getting caught by Bowser because it's like, yo,
she tried to level up on this.
I don't
Like
want to be with this little mustache. And Cuomo don't even have a mustache. It's supposed to be.
I'm not gonna go too further into his
Mamma mia.
he
allegation,
He
but
did.
to the extent of like what's going on, I can see. Yeah, I can see you doing like this.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm not gonna even.
I feel like that video he made by itself was damning enough.
Yeah, it made him.
Because he
look great.
wasn't even saying like, oh my gosh, I wasn't touching anybody. He was like, yeah, I was touching people, but I also touched everyone else. So I should, I don't know.
It's
that
like,
was-
yo, she's
that
not
was
the
Because
only
they're trying to
one,
make it
man.
exempt. Like, oh, this isn't like like it's not a
it's
separate
not,
issue.
I'm not targeting young.
Yeah,
Why would
it's
I do
literally-
this to everyone.
Yeah, but then it's like that's the whole thing. It's like, alright, that's not the point. Like, it's like,
that was a bad play.
like,
I was just looking for candy. Like, and it's just, man. Like, what are you doing?
Around Shorty waist at a work party? You was looking for candy?
Down her shirt.
He was looking for linguine.
Where's the pasta, man?
This shit not al dente. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
All jokes aside, I don't know what it's like to be.
Cuomo was off the marinara sauce.
He was off the penne vodka.
He's on the penne vodka.
Absolutely.
I saw his feeling loopy.
He was wild.
Popped a couple garlic nuts. He was feeling active.
Nah, yeah, he was feeling like fucking Tony Soprano in that bitch. He was like, nah.
Yeah, I wonder if this would have any implications on his brother's career because his brother works at CNN.
Oh yeah, his brother was shit.
No, his brother. He's separated.
You think so?
He's separated.
Niggas
love.
His brother was
They
shook.
might be bullying him at work right now.
A little bit.
Like,
I was
smack him in the back of the head and shit like that. Might let me lunch. Flicking his ears and shit like that.
Giving him the old. You know
all
what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
No, but what's his brother's name?
Andrew Cuomo.
No, Andrew's the governor.
No, Chris Cuomo.
Chris Cuomo.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas love Chris Cuomo. I don't think
Niggas love Andrew Cuomo.
Not like Chris.
I'm gonna miss them going
Not
back
like
and
Chris.
forth on TV, like, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
Chris upped his credibility, especially during during the protests and shit like that.
Yeah,
Chris upped his. Niggas was still getting on Andrew a couple things. It was like, alright, he was doing something. It was like, alright, but for some other things, it was like, alright, bro, like, what are you doing? Chris has been like.
And Chris is the younger one, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Chris is definitely.
but I feel like I don't know, like with politics, like. If you have a family member that does some like dirt shit, it's a stain on you. Like look at Biden and his son.
Yeah,
his son is violent, boy. Like the nigga's a crackhead. He was talking to Russia and all this bullshit.
He almost
that was a
shit,
stain
right?
on his campaign.
He almost.
I feel like
himself.
if
but Chris Cuomo, he's not in politics.
If he
he's
tries,
a personality.
He's a personality.
If he tries to be like later on in his career,
I don't think he would want to.
I don't know, man.
I mean, seeing his older brother go through this, he probably not.
Yeah, he knows.
He
I think he knows.
Have a chance no more. Like,
yeah,
the Cuomo name is already stained right now. It's old. Yeah,
I mean, and it could go back to what his their father like was homophobic, crazy on
going crazy.
Like he was like,
he was going
not
crazy.
The homo.
Oh shit,
that shit was funny as fuck.
That was crazy.
Because that like
niggas Cuomo, not the homo. That was a legit campaign.
They were saying Mayor Koch was a Bati boy. So
that was like what 90s.
That was like
early 80s, I think.
Like
mid 80s,
like 80s for sure.
The 80s.
That was a little bit before our time, but I remember learning about it in class though. And yeah, that was hilarious.
Cuomo family going crazy over there.
Yo, listen, man. It's I feel like every family has some dirt. You know what I'm saying? As far as like a family member that did some wild shit. You know,
especially if you got a big family, that just increases your chances of some shit going on like that.
And people try to sweep that shit under the rug. Like a lot of families have like that uncle that be, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately doing some wild shit, like trying to sneak in the young girl's fucking room
and
do
they ignore it.
Shit. And it's like that's another thing that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like a lot of black people don't really touch on, you know, just to switch the topic a little bit. Like a lot of times, like black people don't be listening to the little girls or the little boys when they say, "Oh, such and such touched me." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that shit is nuts to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially in like situations where it's like a domestic partnership, where it's like like a boyfriend or a girlfriend of the family.
You for some reason you can't believe that, but it's like.
But they kind of know what's happening. There's no way you don't know what something.
Sometimes they be having their suspicions and whatnot,
and you just ignore it. It's like
choosing for whatever reason, financial stability,
to keep the person around, to keep the
emotional stability or whatever.
Yeah, and it's nuts because like if you listen to a woman talk, sometimes like you know what I'm saying, they've
been harassed for.
They'll tell you
ever.
They'll eventually tell you like how they've been harassed in some way, shape, or form by either a family member, a family friend, or a stepfather, or some outlandish weird shit like that.
You know what was something that I had seen, not in terms of that, but I remember it was a lot of like a lot of women was agreeing to this. It was like for some reason like I've been like catcalled and like harassed by like older men as a child versus now, and then it was like. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? Like it's like when you was obviously younger, look younger and older. That's when They was like seeming like they were praying like catcall you, do all this shit. And they give you all this like type
How
of
young are we
attention.
talking?
Younger, like these people that's like our age and
like
shit.
probably like 10 years old, 12 years old.
Like middle school, high school years.
That's just pedophilia.
Niggas
Yeah, that's the thing. There's like
sick in the head.
and it's like they got catcalled and like that shit more back then when they were clearly younger. Even if they say like, oh yeah, I'm in high school or something like that, that wouldn't just turn niggas away. They'd be like, okay, but how old are you in high school? Like,
Yeah.
Like it makes a difference.
What grade you in?
yeah, like
or you see your crush getting in the fucking the Escalade of some old
I'm
nigga.
15. How am I supposed to compete with that, nigga?
You can't compete with it.
I got a green Metro card.
You
Like
can't compete with it. Like
I got 3 rides.
I gotta be home before 9:30 because that shit shut off. Like
this nigga in his 30s driving an Escalade and whatnot, and she getting in the car. I remember it clear as day. You know what I'm saying? Like you over here talking to her, and you feel like she entertaining it a little bit, and she's like, "Oh well, I gotta go. I'll see you later." And then you look to see the car she gets in. That's not her dad. That's not her uncle. That's not her big brother. Nah, that's Percy.
Nah, that's a big daddy.
Percy. that's Percy. That's his real name. His street name is probably like some fucking P or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Cool.
Pandemic P.
Pandemic P.
Pandemic P pulling up on your bitch. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
crazy.
Like, damn. I mean,
yo, you pulling up on Pandemic P, bitch. He's picking her up.
She really wanted him. Like, you know, he's giving her fake diamonds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now a lot of these niggas, these old niggas be like having game. You know what I'm saying? That and it's not. And it don't.
It's
really
not game.
No, it's not game.
It's not game.
It's not game at all, dog.
No, y'all let me finish.
Oh yeah, go.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? In their eyes, at that age, that's considered game. You know what I'm saying?
They have game in terms of from their eyes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because they see that and they get excited, and then these old pedophile niggas, they know that they can't do that shit with the women they age. So it's like
they prey on the
younger
more
ones,
questionable.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can mold her mind. Like I've heard like old niggas say shit like
That's
that.
that's that grooming shit. That's the grooming shit.
Red shirting them. That's like, nah,
Like I can
change.
turn her into what I want because I can't turn these women that's my age into what I want because they see right through me.
And even if it's not like deliberate, like you're not actively thinking those thoughts, it's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of them don't really see it until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like, because a lot of women our age now, like, you know, that was doing that at that back then, they'll tell you, they like, damn, like I didn't know like that he was on that type of time.
Yeah, like when they did the older guys, and it's like you want to learn from them, but what you're learning from doesn't mean that's like just because he's older doesn't mean that he knows shit.
He don't know what he don't know what damn thing happens.
I feel like it's also a sense of like they feel
brings their value up.
Yeah, like they feel more special because oh wow, he's so much older than me, but he's looking at me, he's talking to me, he's spending all his time on me.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this nigga is really a
loser,
predator, and a loser.
And they assume that like, oh, because you're older or you're maturer than like the other guys of a certain age.
Right.
And it's like, no, that's not guaranteed to be true. Just because he's older, he don't know shit.
You think that you special because he's pulling up the Clara Barton? Nah, he's pulling up the E-hole too.
he's pulling up to a few different places.
He's pulling up the E-hole to go get shorty, the other shorty, like, you know, across town. No.
Running at a daycare.
That's all.
Man, these niggas is just nuts.
Nasty.
Yo, I just hope to God when I have a daughter or if I have a daughter, like, she don't run into a nigga like that, because I just don't know how react.
You would never. You would probably never know.
You would never know, but you just have to do your best to instill in your children, like, you know, knowing right from wrong. And
you
like,
can't even do your Googles,
watching out for
nigga.
predators. Yeah.
That also, but it also depends on who they grow up around. Because the people that they growing up around, you're not gonna know all of them. When they in school, that's where their life is in school. Depending on who they want to hang out around, it's like yeah, I just want them to. I don't know.
And speaking of children, what do you want to have first? You want to have a son first or a daughter first, or do you want to have a daughter at all or a son at all?
Two sons and then a daughter.
That's the perfect combination right there.
Super clutch, right?
That's the
Two
perfect.
sons then a daughter.
That's the perfect combination, I'd assume, because like you have.
I don't want to experiment how to be a dad with my daughter.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I don't want to experiment. I don't want that to be an experiment. I want to be like,
Sucks for the son.
oh no, he'll grow up into problems just like that. It's okay. Like
I never thought of it like that. I just because I'm a first son. I want a first son. I don't know. It's stupid, but who gives a fuck?
No, part of it is also because kind of like in terms of like kind of like payback because my sister, she was the oldest, and me and my other brother, it was like, and she would be like try to be like real bossy and shit like that.
This is what you little niggas gotta do. Like,
yeah. So like now I'm trying to exactly. So now it's like I want to kind of flip it because also I don't think the sons are more so would be more likely to. Guys are a little more lenient with just like certain shit overall. Not really with the sister, but like in terms of trying to be bossy.
Yeah.
As my sister, I think she would like, even though the little ones, my daughter, she's gonna be bossy anyway. They always want to be bossy because things gotta go their way.
Yeah,
like,
in general, and plus it's probably hereditary.
Like it's like women like to if it's their way or the highway for the most part.
Yeah.
So especially when you're growing up and like, they're gonna be a brat. So it's like, it's gonna be my way regardless, or you're gonna get upset or something like that. It's more so just payback for my sister. It's like honestly.
Well, my family
And protection for my little sister.
That is also true.
I mean, for my daughter.
Because my family comes from a lineage of like sons mostly. Like my pops was tight that he couldn't have a daughter. Truth be told, like my pops had a son first, a son second, then had me. He wanted me to be the daughter, basically.
I mean, you're closeted gay, so you close.
Yeah, man. Like
he's doing his best.
I'm trying, man. It's nuts out here, but yeah, man. Like, and then my brother, he had a son. His first child was a son. So I mean, I feel like my odds is pretty good to like have a son first. And even if I have a daughter second, I don't mind. But I would want to have a son first because, like you said, I wouldn't really want to be doing the learning curve with a daughter.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what I'm doing already. And then I would want my daughter to, like you said a while back, I would want my daughter to be like me too.
Yo, would y'all be upset if you pulled the Kobe, rest in peace?
Oh, man.
Upset?
I'd be a little upset.
I wouldn't necessarily be
4
too
straight and I don't got a son yet.
It depends on, because I would like honestly. I mean, I would want at least one of them to like kind of be into like some type of like sports or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed with son.
No, it's not. But I'm saying like
it's not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if I get anybody that's like kind of into sports,
then you don't care.
Then I personally don't care.
Okay.
Like one of them, even if it's like you just want to try it out, that I could live with. That. I would want them to at least try some magic. That, but also I just want to
make a little.
Also, like selfishly,
I make a little magic.
I'm making note of that. I'm just breezing. I don't have a problem with that, honestly.
If the nigga getting money, I don't care.
I just don't want my kids to be stupid or not funny
or unathletic
or bum.
Like
that kind of equates to everything.
Yeah.
Said.
Like if you're not gonna be if you're gonna be unathletic, I can't control that. But I can't go down 2. I can go down 2-0 and you're not funny either. Like,
or at least if my kid is not athletic, I would want this nigga to be like some sort of fucking genius or like a brain, like
That's either gonna be LeBron or Albert Einstein, like, Elon Musk. Like,
yeah, truthfully, because at least
so much pressure.
I mean, if it happens, if it don't happen, I'll.
What if he's just a regular ass nigga, like the most basic of basic motherfuckers,
like an average Joe,
like an average person, like.
He not too cool, he not funny, he not like, he's just a regular nigga, feel me?
If he has his moments, I can do with that. Yeah, if he, like, cause the average nigga got like a funny moment here and there, or a random moment.
We average niggas.
Yeah.
We.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, we funny.
I'm a bad bitch.
All right, fair enough.
I'm a whole bad bitch. I ain't no average nigga. Like.
All right. I mean, you can't be upset when everybody call you a pretty boy though, neither.
It's the
same.
No, it's the connotation that they have with a pretty boy. That was the problem. Cause they be like, I don't know, you kind of a pretty boy. So why you talking like? Why you seem like that? Like it's like that's what I didn't like.
I mean,
it's like.
But it's kind of true though. You like going to brunch. You know what I'm saying? You like going
to brunch.
I do, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not calling myself a bad bitch.
What does that do with a pretty boy? A pretty boy and a bad bitch is two different things.
No, not necessarily.
No,
It's the opposite.
a pretty boy is like, oh yeah, a bad bitch gets flued out, a bad bitch gets her nails paid for and shit. Like I'm on a different level. A pretty boy cannot compare to a bad bitch.
Who pay for your nails?
Who flying you out?
Yeah, facts.
Great
You
question.
transitioning, dog?
Yeah, it's something we need to know. I mean, we'll support you.
What?
I'm just saying.
I've been a bad bitch.
You gonna
You
get the heavy?
a bad bitch in
That's
training?
next. Go to Columbia. Get in the BBL.
Get a BBL, come out with my waist snatched and a fat ass.
Yo,
that would
this nigga got hips.
That would be that.
Yo, if y'all see me come back with hips, that's crazy.
I'm glad I sit over here, like on this side. I'm glad I sit over here.
You not gonna bench something over?
Huh?
What?
What?
What did you just say?
First of all, Watts is not my type. I don't like dreads like that.
What's your type?
Watts is not my type.
Oh, what's your type? Let's hear it.
Yeah, we want to know your type.
How big is his dick, first of all?
Yeah.
It's not about the size. It's not about the size.
It's about the width? You like the girth?
I like the girth.
It's about the girth.
I like the girth.
It's about the girth.
I like the girth.
Yeah.
He's like.
Yo.
What was you talking about?
Alright, so
talking about fat cocks.
So if we were Bantiman, what would be our type?
Oh, I already.
Damn, boy.
My type.
Volunteer nigga weed. Nigga what?
Tall and tatted.
Tall and tatted, Davies type niggas.
Davies is a little too brolic for me. I don't know if I like the
He
brolic.
don't want you to
He'll break me.
You don't want him to handle you?
Nah, I don't need somebody like tall, but maybe like a Kelly Oubre,
Okay.
a nigga like that.
Alright. How about you?
I don't know, my G.
You want a tall bitch? You want a tall nigga too? You want to climb? You say you want to climb a shorty? You gotta climb that nigga.
I mean, yeah.
Jungle gym.
Maybe like a Michael B. Jordan.
That's basic though.
I'm talking about the aesthetic, man.
Oh, the aesthetic. Oh, the charisma. Oh no, ASAP.
That nigga's beautiful.
Rocky my type.
That could be twins, low key, bro.
he's
Bring each other hair, shit like that.
Low key, yo.
But he got Rihanna though, so.
Could be three, yo.
Nah, Rihanna don't want me.
Get the GBL, see what's up. See what's up.
You know what I'm saying? He might give you a rap.
He give me a rap?
Yeah.
Put Harlem under your titty. You know? You gotta do something. You gotta stand out. You gotta stand out. ASAP Worldwide under the other one.
Yo, this fucking conversation took a crazy
Oh
turn.
man, what was he talking about? How did we get here? It's like
You talking about Cuomo?
that was the beginning of the.
We was talking about Cuomo to niggas touching niggas.
Yeah, we went crazy.
I mean,
Yo, Dababy.
shit, that nigga.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
I got a question.
What's
What was the initial thing that
What did
he
he
said?
He said he was on. You want to play a video?
Yeah, play it.
Let's play a fucking video.
All right, explain it to me. I'll pull it up.
He was pretty much at a concert during like the intermission between songs or whatever. He was trying to get the crowd hype, I guess, and he was pretty much saying like, "Yo, put your lights up if you don't got." I think
He was sucking dick in the parking lot. If
he said something calm before that. He said something like nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
He built up to it. The flavor.
But he built up. He was like, "Yo, put your lights up if you don't got AIDS right now." And I was like, "Whoa, hold up." And then he was like, right after that, he was like, "Put your lights up if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot for $5." I'm like, "What's going on, my nigga?" Yo,
Okay, that's the apology. I don't know.
you might find a video on YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta find it.
I mean, truthfully, like if it wasn't nothing directly at homosexuals.
The thing is, afterwards, when he made the apology, he was like, "Yo, my fans."
He
are
doubled
like,
down.
Yeah,
He
facts.
doubled down.
He put gay into it. Honestly, he could like back down and said, "No, let's talk about gays." But in the apology, he was like, "Yo, my fans are those
I don't
kind of
know
gays.
if
They're
he's
the clean gays."
gonna
Or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, he kind of said.
Yeah.
hold on.
No one was talking about gay. He was just like, "Yo, sucking dick in the parking lot. I could be a bitch, feel me?"
Yeah.
But fucking, he was like, "Yo,
And
my-
anybody
my
can have
fans."
AIDS, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
I feel like where he fucked up initially, what he made the comment about AIDS, and then he made the comment about niggas sucking dick in the parking lot, and obviously that's gay men.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like to make a comment about AIDS and then make a comment about
Yeah.
He wasn't talking
back
about
to
gay men,
back
but
is like,
it's
all right,
obvious.
now you fucked up.
Alright, hold on.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases. It'll make you die. 2, 3 weeks. Put a cell phone like that. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone like that. Fellas,
lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that.
Let's be real.
Oh, that's what you
Keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
Who is that?
Who is this nigga, bro?
Who was that?
Background.
Nah, that was the DJ.
The DJ got canceled too or no?
The DJ did worse.
Because he was hyping up.
Yeah, he was like, yo,
He was
please.
suspect.
And the way he said, nigga sound like Q-Tip.
Nah, man, shit again.
Nah, run that back.
I think it's the apology right after this.
Yeah, let me see.
Put your cell phone like that. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone like
Let's be
that.
real about this shit.
Let's be real.
Keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker.
He gotta apologize too. What is wrong with this nigga, bro?
Nah, that's a real hype, man.
He like, yo, I'm gonna go to hell with
This
you, bro.
nigga sold out for that.
Alright, hold on. Let me hear what he says for this.
Yeah, I want to hear the apology. Run
One
it back
time, I'm
up.
gonna get back to.
Real.
I'm gonna address this weak ass internet shit one time, and I'm gonna get back to giving my love to my fans. See what I'm saying? Cause what me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you niggas on the internet or you bitter bitches on the internet. It's not y'all business. You know what I'm saying? Like what I do at a live show is for the audience at the live show. It'll never.
That's not
You
just
can't think like that at all.
because then that's your.
Because it's obviously getting recorded and it's getting blasted all over the
And there's
internet.
people in the audience that got a problem with it.
Come
Like,
on,
it's
my
like
nigga.
Translate correctly to somebody
that woman's business.
looking at a little 5, 6 second
tell
clip
baby's business.
from their goddamn crib on their phone. It just don't work like that. Like,
That's how it works.
cause regardless of what you motherfuckers talking about, how the internet been twisted up my motherfucking word. Me, I don't.
Twisted what? Twisted what?
It's Nathan, bro.
Twisted what, my nigga? What did we twist?
Gyros, lamb chops.
Guys,
Now I will say, I feel like the only reason he's getting blackballed right now crazy is because by all these festivals is because
Bandwagon.
one did it and it's like a domino effect.
He gotta
right?
make an example
well,
of it.
He's an
Lollapalooza,
You gotta
right?
make an
That was
example.
the first one I did, Lollapalooza.
Right after they did it, and then what's the
Niggas
name?
are taking him off of songs also.
Dua
Yeah, Dua
Lipa
Lipa
came out and
Kanye West took
said,
him off a song also.
yeah, Kanye took him off a song. Dua Lipa took him off a song.
You know what was
Elton
bad?
John came out. Once Elton John
Yeah,
came out,
like,
it
what the
was, everyone
fuck?
was like, alright.
I thought he was
You know what was
It's-
bad?
Listen, it's not even because the festivals are like, oh, we stand up for social justice. They're just trying to like protect their bottom line and not have people fucking angry at them.
But he also had a bad week because this was like right after the whole like Meg situation too. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
he brought Tory Lanez out.
Yeah.
Like,
He
rolling out.
compounded the issue.
Yeah, it was a lot of so like everybody came at him crazy for that.
Because Meg was already trying to get him out of here low key for all of that shit that he was doing. Like he had Tory Lanez on the song and whatnot. So her whole camp and Rock Nation and whatnot was trying to do that.
Y'all think this bitch really got shot?
You should have acted there 6 months ago.
Do y'all think?
I would have had
Yeah,
my whole thing was different. I'm gonna say like at first it was I was just on like
Believe all women?
not believe all women, but it was like like something like this. It's like I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be a certain way just because of how it started.
Be what way though?
Just assume like nah he did that shit. But
Whatever they say he did that shit.
yeah, I'm just like I'm like cause how you make that up? And she
Yeah,
clearly
yeah.
was shot. It wasn't like she made it like she got shot in the foot. So I'm like alright, so I'm assuming like he might have a gun on him. I don't know what's happening. I'm like he was walling. But then it's like not saying that I don't believe it now, but at this point I really don't give a fuck.
I don't
like
like feel me. 6 months ago, I would have had a whole diatribe.
Yeah, I personally don't care because
bro.
before it was like oh yeah like
But it's
I don't
getting
like
it's
how
getting
they-
rehashed now.
I don't
That's
like
the
how they
thing.
prolonging it.
It's
though.
getting
Also,
rehashed.
I don't like how they're prolonging it. Like you know,
Yeah.
a lot of these.
My problem is, first of all, Tory Lanez is not a U.S. citizen. He's from Canada.
Shit.
Right?
no it's a joke. No, it's fun. That's a fact.
real shit.
He's from Canada and he got dust bunnies on his head.
Okay.
Oh,
He's from Canada.
It's Tory, though. It's him.
As a non-U.S. citizen, if you assault someone, you're going to jail immediately.
But he got out because he was in for like a day or two.
They took that nigga to bookings, boy.
Yeah, you're
Asked
right.
him a couple questions and let him go.
You're right.
And he's living.
If he really shot the bitch, like yo.
Nah, but there was a case number and everything open. I don't know what happened to it.
It's still open.
I believe she did get shot, but I don't know the circumstances.
Because I remember she was even talking about it because people were saying like, oh, if he really did it, he would have came out. But she was like, like the justice system, that's not just a. They get on the shit they want to get on, and they push the shit that they want to. So it's gonna be prolonged. Whether it's also like the COVID situation, like that.
If you assault someone with a weapon, there's no out. You're not out in your own recognizance, my nigga. Like you're in the jail until the fucking trial.
That's also true. It's just
you also think the same thing with like.
It's so many holes in the story, man. And
it's so many. It's too many different sides too.
That too.
Because then it was the whole situation with like what was it, Meg's best friend or some shit. Yeah. Like now they're not cool no more.
My best friend not cool no more.
Yeah. It's so much going on. Security guards don't know what the fuck is going on. How you don't know what's going on? I don't know.
Somebody's lying for somebody and somebody's trying to cover some shit up.
Yeah. The main reason why I also considered it, because I remember when they was talking, you were like, oh, why didn't she just come out and say it? And she was like, I didn't want to like just come out and just say it, like in terms of like trying to like protect him in a certain way because they were cool. I was like, you know what? Okay, that something like that. I can't picture that as just being made it up.
When she went to the hospital, she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't telling nobody until he started talking, and then she was like, all right, you want to talk? Yeah, he did that shit. Like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to come out and say it. She also was probably in shock at the time too, so. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't say he did it on purpose. I don't know if he did it by accident. If he did it at all. At this point, I personally don't care.
Like, I mean, I never really cared, but it's just interesting.
No, it was
the circumstances of.
It was more so because not say I care, but I actually like before this. It was like I was heavy on like Tory music, and then from there I would say, alright, just because. I assumed it was gonna get settled quickly. I was just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna listen to this stuff. Like, I just don't want to like be like do that.
So you don't believe in separating the art from the artist?
Depending on the situation. Like in terms of like, because obviously it's biased because I don't approve of like men being women, but I still listen to Chris Brown. I listen to all this shit. But it's also a thing of like Rihanna forgave him for that kind of situation. So it's a little bit different. Like if you shot Shorty.
It's a situation from an R. Kelly situation where you on camera peeing on a little girl and niggas can't fuck with you no more because of it. You know what I'm saying? But
you're not busting it down and stepping in the name of love.
Nah, bro. Like, I mean,
I don't know if I believe you, dog.
And you know what kills me about? I'm gonna tell you what kills me about.
I'm gonna lie to you.
Couple shots of the.
It's hard though.
It's hard.
It is difficult.
It is hard.
It is so difficult not to listen to R. Kelly if we being honest.
Because of the pure talent, but then what makes it easiest for me is because it's like, alright, he doesn't write all these songs, but
no, he writes all of them. He writes all of them.
Some of them he
writes all of them.
He writes a lot.
He writes all of them. But
R&B, even the people that do write, they get a couple songs from somebody else. So certain songs, I don't know who wrote it or who's it about. But that's the problem. It's like I don't know what you're talking about at this point. I don't know who you're talking about.
And it's difficult, man.
That's the problem for me. That's why I can't listen.
I'm gonna tell you what my beef is. I'm gonna tell you what my beef is. Niggas saw the video of him doing that shit like 15 almost 20 years ago.
And
the Boondocks made a whole episode about that.
And niggas was still stepping. Jay-Z was still doing songs with the nigga, doing joint projects. He was
too huge of an artist to pass that shit up at the time.
Yeah, he was still able to like get his shit off.
And that's why they got him out of here now. Like you wasn't gonna even if this was like even with Bill Cosby. You was not getting Bill Cosby out of here
at the height of his career.
No. R. Kelly was not getting him out of here at the height of his career.
Nah, that's
it was hard for him to get him out of here now. Like all the aunties and shit was still riding for him.
They still riding for him.
Still. And they was like, oh, I don't care if he did that shit. He can do that to me. And it's like, come on, bro.
They was having protests outside the jail for that nigga. I'm like,
yo, he got a girl from the protest.
Yeah. I'm like, hold up.
He got another little girl from the protest. Wow,
insane.
He didn't give a fuck. He knew what he was doing.
Man, he got Ernestine open still. You know what I'm saying? This shit is nuts, man.
Now, what I will say, at this point, because I don't believe this was done, but at this point, if they told me Michael Jackson actually molested those little kids, I don't care anymore.
I don't believe
I'm busting. I'm still dancing to I Wanna Rock With You.
Oh yeah, PYT still coming on.
PYT still coming on, because at this point it's also just like, you're still pro. Even like with the doc and shit, it's like, yo, this man is dead already. Y'all trying to cancel him.
A long time.
And y'all trying to cancel him.
Nah, bro, they trying to dig him up like Drake did for that feature. They trying to, you know.
That was The Weeknd.
Yeah.
So if R. Kelly died like 5 years ago.
And then he came back after it. I don't know if I would have cared at that point, because I
don't even think any of these allegations would have come up if he was dead 5 years ago.
No, they would have. They still trying to get Michael Jackson out of there. Like what, last year?
It wouldn't have the same.
It wouldn't have the same effect.
The same force.
If he was still alive, they would have took that man to hell right now.
Oh,
if he
yeah.
was still alive, oh yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah, but
the way this society is set up now.
Yeah, now at this point, it's like, alright.
He dodged a bullet low key by just dying. Like,
no, he didn't.
He dodged the bullet by dying.
No, he did not.
I don't
Because
know.
it's not like it wasn't like he was never on trial or anything like that.
of the bullet.
Did you get him? Did you get somebody? I don't know.
He was like, damn, bro, I might as well just take this propofol and end it right now.
Because it was on his ass for years,
It
so he
was,
didn't dodge
yeah.
a bullet. He was still going through it.
He was still going through it, but it was dying. Because as soon as he announced that this is it tour, niggas was like, yo.
And that was it. Like
Yeah,
that was his last.
That
tour.
was it. He just was like, no, he never even got to do the tour.
He never did.
He did. Oh, he did. No, he did the tour because
Like
the
half
movie.
of it.
He didn't complete.
Nah,
the tour.
he was practicing the tour like during the tour.
Oh.
It was like rehearsals.
Because I remember the This Is It movie.
It was like right before they was about to go for real, and then like
Mm.
the unfortunate occurred. You know what I'm saying? So he was just about to go on tour. I think he was about to do one more album or some shit, and then he was about to like just be like, "Alright, yo, I'm finished now." But yeah, the unfortunate occurred. And, that's what I mean by. I was trying to add some comic relief to it. You know how we do over here. You know, but nah, he died and it just happened. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was swept under the rug for all of these years, and then they brought it back up.
Which I don't get. It's like, yo, this man is dead already. What are you trying to do?
You know how
there's no kind of. There's no.
There's no repercussions.
There's no resolution.
Yeah, it's no repercussions.
Even if you bring it up and they prove some shit, like what's the point?
Yeah,
he's not going to jail. He's dead.
You take his music
They gonna
off.
dig his bones out the fucking
like Elephant
tomb
Man
and shit. dig his bones out the fucking tomb and put him in a box.
They're gonna put a hologram in the cell.
Yo, and you know how
Like, what's
many
the point?
other artists and entertainers that died has done shit that was confirmed that they did, like Elvis and you know what I'm saying. All these
Elvis
other
is wildin'.
Wasn't his
James
wife-
Brown was
wasn't his
wildin'.
wife like 14 or some shit. Some
Yeah.
wild
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, these crackers
Insane.
is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, James Brown, he was shooting Otis
Yeah, he was
Redding,
shooting niggas like.
shooting Otis Redding and whatnot, but he's dead too. So it's like,
Yeah, so like nobody cares.
A couple
Like,
of these rock niggas too.
yeah,
Like
a lot of them.
these rock niggas that and they
lot
was
of
doing
them.
hard drugs. Like I mean, all
But
artists,
they not even really in pop culture like that. Like that's a different lane. So I
They
feel like
are, but it's so big that no one cares. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like they've surpassed that level. Of
Yeah.
I feel like it's the
70s,
opposite.
so-
I
you
feel
think
like-
these country singers don't be touching on little girls? Like
I don't know.
these-
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know because
Niggas is
it's
from
not
the South,
even
man.
in that lane.
I was thinking more like the big rock stars like fucking like Nirvana, Sting, like not them specifically, but like
okay,
those
okay.
that era of rock
that's
music.
you know the Ramones and all
Def
them
Leppard,
niggas.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Feel me? Yeah, exactly.
Rolling Stones and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas was definitely fucking 16-year-old
AC/DC.
girls
Oh, yeah.
and shit. Like truthfully, because at that time it was easier to get away with it
That's what I'm
because
saying.
you know what I'm
no
saying?
social media, no cell phones.
Yeah, like,
Also, they probably wasn't also even checking for that
They
shit.
wasn't
Now you gotta be
checking for
on
ID
it.
like that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Now
saying?
you gotta be on it because you be like, oh wait, nah, like they gonna like they
They'll
actively
take you down.
searching for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And at that specific time, it was more so, oh, I got to touch such and such. I got to be next to this person.
Yeah.
Instead of like the trauma that it actually really brings to a young girl who wanted to fan over these, men and whatnot. They didn't see it like that. Like that's why a lot of these mothers now and a lot of these grandmothers and stuff like that, when they hear about these stories, they don't see it as this person is doing practicing predatory behavior or whatever. That's why it's easy for them to get behind R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Because you also think about it, it's like I'm gonna go into like way back into history, but the young 13, 14-year-old girl was the prize for like these kings and shit like that.
The kings, knights, and
They
shit.
were the prize. Like that was normal. Like you didn't want no old shorty back then.
Pedophilia was normal.
Because people was dying early at also.
So you
know
want
what I'm
them
saying?
as young as possible to
Yeah.
have kids. Yeah.
To have as many kids as you can, leave a legacy.
Because when you're supposed to die at 30, like life expectancy is 30s, having a kid in your 20s is considered having
That's
a kid.
late.
Yeah, it's like having a kid in your late 40s, like now. You know what I'm saying?
Not saying that it was right back then.
No.
We're not,
Hell no.
let's just make that clear. We're not saying it was right back then either. But
It was just saying that was a norm.
that was the norm. Yeah.
But you see how society is always trying to submit like pedophilia into the agenda, bro. It's always getting
trying to make it like a. You know what? It's hard because it's before it was just pedophilia is just pedophilia, but now with like mental health issues and stuff like that, I can't say it's not a mental issue that you want to like go for like these little girls, but at the same time, just because you have a mental issue, it's people excuse certain things for certain things. So even speak on a different not to try to play devil's advocate, like I'm trying to defend this, but somebody that's like maybe schizophrenic and they kill somebody, they're not gonna go to jail because of that mental issue.
Right.
Yeah.
But somebody that preyed on like a little kid that may have a mental issue, they're going straight to jail for that.
Right.
And it's like people have like
I think
personal biases.
I don't think pedophilia is considered a mental disorder.
But then they say, oh, most people that grow up to be pedophiles were abused as kids.
Yeah.
And then that's mental.
Right.
That's.
I think it is. I don't think it's right.
No, none of it is right. I'm
I-
not trying to excuse it, but it's like we're gonna have a pick and choose. So it's like I don't want to like you preying on like little kids and stuff like that. That's not an excuse for me. Like no, I don't fuck with you. I don't do none of that. Yeah, but
Kill
Like,
yourself too.
I don't think pedophiles want to be pedophiles. I feel like they would rather just like if they had a choice, if they had a pill, like hey, no more pedophilia, here's your pill, they would fucking take it.
I mean, but you don't know that because if that's what they like, then it's like why would I?
Yeah,
but it's not normal. That's
you ever
what I'm
seen
saying. It's
them-
not normal.
Yeah,
And they
of
know
course.
it's not normal. So they would.
It's not accepted.
Rather than be
It's not that it's not normal.
That's
It's
like
not
being,
accepted.
it's not normal.
That's like being
Other
psychotic.
other places in other countries they still do this.
That's like
That doesn't
So
make it
it's not
normal.
no, but I'm saying, but no, I'm not saying it's normal, but it's not accepted because there's a lot of things that's not normal that
All right,
people
it's
accept.
it's immoral.
Immoral. I'll take it.
That's like being a
Immoral.
psychopath. And you know the proper term for a psychopath, if I'm not mistaken, is somebody who knows that there's something wrong with them, but they keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And they know that there's something like a mental issue underlining and whatnot, but they can like move amongst society and
Yeah, it's
still-
like what psychopath and what being psychotic.
Because it's a
something
two,
like that?
yeah, it's,
Like
it's two
sociopath
different.
and psychopath.
Yeah, so
Yes,
yeah.
sociopath.
I might have like a what you call it. I might have it flipped, but like yeah, one is like somebody that can move amongst society and
sociopath.
nobody will even fucking know
Yeah.
that there's something wrong with them,
Mhm.
and that's kind of like the same thing. Like they know that deep down inside that there's something wrong with them for like liking little girls and little boys and
Right,
shit, but they can move amongst like people. And in the corporate world of just being
'Cause
outside,
they
and
have to
nobody will
adjust.
know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like these politicians.
I was about to ask, what do y'all think about like this conspiracy that like a lot of politicians are
The Pizzagate shit.
the pizza
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
gay.
Pizzagate.
Oh, Epstein!
Niggas
Oh my
order
God.
pizza, dog.
What the fuck?
Oh,
What do y'all think about Epstein Island, boy? I know this is kind of old news.
This is
but-
hella old.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That shit was definitely happening.
Oh
That was
man,
happening.
Rest all of them.
Got him out of there.
A lot of people.
Got him out of there.
Bill Gates was up in. Not Bill
surprised the
Gates.
girl's still alive.
Bill Clinton was up in that up in the island multiple times.
Yeah.
And honestly, when you really
Yo.
chalk it up, that's why. What's his name? Robert Epstein or what was his name? Bill Epstein. No, it's not Bill Epstein.
What's Epstein's first name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. That's why he's not walking this earth anymore.
They got him out of there.
because they
Got him
know
out of there.
he was ready to
about to
snitch.
start.
Ghislaine is next, boy.
He was
Think
about
so?
to-
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a
man.
long time.
It's been a long
She's
time.
next. She's next.
It's been a long time already.
His wife?
She's next.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's been
if
a
she's
long
gonna
time.
say everything, she might as well just like go on fucking make a YouTube and say that
She's
shit.
not getting out of there for that. Hell no. That YouTube video is not going
I
on.
don't think she's gonna sing, but I feel like they're just gonna get rid of her.
But they got rid of Jeffrey because he was gonna talk.
Yeah.
You don't think Elaine's gonna talk?
I
She
think
said
I would
talk, but who knows?
at this point. I think she would have. If anything, it's
I feel like she would have said something.
she would have said something, or the fact that she didn't say anything now is because it's like, they about to they're gonna round
She
some shit. They're gonna
knows.
round
She
some shit up
knows.
soon. So it's like you don't want to get rid of your last lead.
Yo, that's so wild. Like, how do two powerful people like that like come
It's not
together?
just two, bro.
It's not just two.
No, I'm just saying, like in a
It's
marriage,
society.
Yeah.
like how do you as a pedophile find another partner that also is down with that pedophilia?
I feel you. That's
Like,
crazy.
that's
Bro, think
wild.
about it, think about
That's
it.
crazy.
What are the
yo,
chances?
I mean, they all
Imagine
white
the
though.
life he was giving her, and he was just like, yo, all you gotta do is just this. And apparently, she was trying to get. Some of the girls, they were trying to get them impregnated so they could get like kids from them.
Yeah, steal their blood and shit like that. All kinds of things.
Yeah,
Eat the
so
fetuses
it's either
and
she
shit.
had a,
Oh
my
it's
God.
either she probably had a fertility issue, and they were trying to get other people.
But they're rich. They could fucking hire a surrogate,
But
whatever
then-
the
but
fuck,
think
in
about
vitro
it.
fertilization, all that
That's
shit.
he's into that shit. It's a whole elitist thing, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit hidden in plain
Like,
sight
how
that a
you
lot of
think
people don't know
he
about.
has all his circle, all this shit?
Well, he ain't got nothing no more.
He ain't able to do all that shit, bro.
That man gone.
When you really choke it down though, like it's a lot of people that people hold in high regard that's a part of this shit right now.
Of course.
Nigga, the
You know
owner
what
of
I'm saying?
Victoria's Secret's a part of that shit, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, well, we can look it up, but I forgot this nigga's name. He's some extra super duper rich.
I think you looked at Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nah, there's some
What?
shit called Bohemian Grove.
Oh, that place where the niggas doing fucking.
Oh,
every year niggas go.
can we watch
What's
this?
this nigga's name
Can-
again?
Alex
Albert Jones.
Can we watch this real quick? Cause I fucking love this.
What is it?
Word, this is
Oh, should
Yo, listen,
we
I
play
don't know how
this?
my life turned out.
I mean, he's like, fuck it.
He be
Just
on the
chop it
Joe
up, I
Rogan
guess.
podcast.
If they demonetize us, fuck it.
Alex Jones wants to talk about conspiracy theories, the vaccine, and really what's going on. All right, Alex, let's go.
Is that a cutout? That's a cutout.
Infowars.com. I have warned you about these vaccines, and it is absolutely a miracle. It's a miracle death serum of chimera combinations. Let me tell you something. These globalists got a plan, and we ain't in it. It's Bill Gates' master plan, the sterilization of eugenics labs and the depopulation summit 20 years ago. It's all out there. It's all on Infowars.com.
Yeah, I think this is a parody of him. Hold on, cause you can't really find him on YouTube, cause he's like. He's been
He
banned,
on Patreon.
He's been banned on YouTube for so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on Patreon. Truthfully, like that's where he's getting his money at.
But what is
Probably find the video
what's
elsewhere,
the
like,
what's the
maybe on
point?
YouTube, just type in Bohemian Grove on Google, see what happened.
But what's the point of what he was saying?
So Bohemian Grove is like the thing where like people like Bill Clinton, like a bunch of like rich
High
people,
level elitists
governors,
and
all that shit.
like politicians.
Thank you.
What's the justices and shit like that.
They all get together and they wear fucking crazy outfits and dance around the fire, and they do this like often. It happens like in this place called the fucking
It don't surprise me much.
What if niggas just partying?
That's a
Nah,
crazy
they
party.
partying
Don't
for
put
sure.
you party
but
like that, dog. You party like that?
They partying, but like
Who goes in there? Well, people don't like him. Clint Eastwood's gone. He's not really a member. Look, is it fun? Look, it's 2,700 acres. It was set up by Mark Twain, and it was a liberal deal for like hookers and gay dudes and just everything else. Just a big, huge.
Would you say gay dudes? What?
Gay dudes.
Gay dudes. I was like,
No, I'm saying if you go back to like the 1870s when Mark Twain set up, it was classically liberal. It was partying. It was their own 2,700 acres. It was saloons. They brought in female hookers. There was gay guys in there. Everything. It was Bohemian Grove, what they called it that, because people did whatever they wanted. It was open, and they had like poetry and they had plays and all the rest of it. Then by the time Howard Taft became president, the Republicans basically bought it. So the reason it's important is the Republicans go there to they ship in all these private hookers, all these jets land nearby, but they also have a lot of gay sex, which they use then to basically compromise people into the cult. And so there's a lot of gay sex.
how do you know this?
It came out in news articles. No one ever got footage of it. I was in there for one day.
Who is he?
he's a
you don't know
famous
about
conspiracy
Jones.
theorist.
No.
He's a big conspiracy theory.
Like he's a huge personality when it comes to like the conspiracy community.
Mm-hmm.
But like oddly enough, a lot of the things that he says is accurate. Some not everything. Like he gets a lot of he gets some shit wrong. But like with the Epstein shit, he called that like early on before niggas was even hip to it.
They tried to get him out of here for that.
Yeah.
Can't have people. I looked good back then. They hit on me a lot. I had like people I recognize from TV walking around. Hey, let's go right now. I mean, it's a big gay hookup deal for Republicans. I'm just telling you what it is. And then they got this ritual that's only the feeder group. So I'm sitting there during the ritual, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. The dude goes, shut up, or I'll kill you. And they're all taking it very seriously. And I'm not saying it's a gay thing. I'm saying something that goes on there.
You were saying it was cool and people were getting angry that you were saying?
No, I mean, I was just quietly going, oh, this is really interesting. And they're like, shut up, this is a very important ritual. And they were taking it very serious. This hearse comes in with the body of a child. It is an effigy. They're not killing it. And
well, it's just a bundle of sticks, right?
Yeah, well, it looks like a kid. No, later, others infiltrated later that worked there and got us photos of it. It's an image of a kid. It's a little kid.
Because Moloch in biblical is who they sacrifice the Canaanite.
It's a bull, but they do it as an owl.
They do it as an owl, yeah. But that's from the Bible, is you would sacrifice a child to Moloch.
Give not your children to the fires of Moloch.
Right.
And so I've given it to experts in religious history. It's not even, from Christian perspective. It's a Faustian deal mixed with Babylonian and religious stuff from Tyre.
It's quirky. Look at that owl god, and look at the fire underneath the owl god.
And there's Ronald Reagan.
I mean, if you saw that, if you were in the woods and you just saw that, you would be terrified.
And Richard Nixon says, Richard Nixon on the Richard Nixon tape says it's a gay orgy.
Richard Nixon said that?
You can pull up. Richard Nixon talks about...
Yeah, Richard Nixon said something about it where he...
It's the most goddamn faggy thing you ever seen.
I think it's just allowing...
There's a lot going on. I'm just...
Bundles of sticks everywhere, bro.
Bro, the fucking owl shit... Just making that shit and burning it is like... That's some weird shit.
I'm just confused. I don't know. It's a lot going on.
I don't know how we got here.
That's the world we live in, bro.
Yeah.
When you really think about
just
it.
on some weird shit. Who knows?
It's super weird.
And honestly, man, like, I don't put anything past any of these people. Like, I'm not surprised. I believe it. I don't believe all of it, but I believe that.
I mean, he there's pictures of it. I would absolutely believe that this is something that they do.
And
it's pictures of it, but what does that mean? It's pictures of niggas being on the moon.
No, y'all
can't compare this to the fucking moon. You don't believe in the moon landing?
Come on. How you make it to the moon?
Do you believe that?
Put some rockets on a spaceship.
How
and
they get up to the moon? For real.
At that specific time.
Take a rocket up, nigga.
No, but at that time.
Niggas took a rocket up like 2 weeks ago.
But I know at that time, though.
How did we get to Mars?
My nigga Jeff Bezos was in orbit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, in orbit. What does that mean?
Okay, we have a Mars rover.
It's satellite. You said what?
We have a Mars rover. If we can make it to the Mars, why can't we make it to the moon?
A robot is completely different from putting a human on to.
What's different?
I don't know. No, you know what? I'm not gonna say that part was. I'm not gonna say that nobody's been to the moon as of now. The initial moon landing.
No one went to the moon?
They were saying it was a whole race. Niggas ain't never tried no shit like that before.
So what do you think happened? It was like videotaping and all that shit.
Well, it's a conspiracy thing where they were saying that it's like the where is it? It's somewhere in
Area 61.
No, it's like one of the museum kind of things. It's like supposed to be like a replica of like the moon that you stand on, and it's like people can go there, and it was just like they did that. They threw on some suits. Cause you remember the whole thing of like, why is it a shadow on the moon?
The way they jumped looked a little funny and shit like that.
Yeah, why is it a shadow on the moon? It's light doesn't reach to like you can see, but
light does reach the moon.
But it shouldn't be a shadow coming from one direction in terms of outside, cause it was like I forgot what the exact explanation for it, but I'm like
I heard all those things, but I also heard things to rebuttal.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, I mean, I don't know.
So wait.
I doubt everything.
But you don't believe at all that a person set foot on
the surface. You know what it is?
What year was it?
The 70s?
70 something.
Probably 1970 something.
You know what it is? It's not that I'm not gonna say they didn't do it or they didn't or that they did.
Do you believe in space?
Do I believe in space?
Like, do you believe in space? Do you believe we can get to other planets and stuff like that?
Do I think we're gonna about 69.
69.
Part of me is like, damn, like I don't think that
because this shadows
technology was
everywhere.
That advanced
yeah, because of the fucking sun.
I don't know.
Bro, do you know that the sun reflects off the moon? That's how we see the moon.
I feel like we could Google it.
It's a no, but like it's.
Are you saying that there's supposed to be no light on the moon?
Not saying there's no light, but
there's a dark side of the moon where it's not in the sun's view, but
well, yeah, but
obviously there's sunlight on the moon.
Yeah, it's.
What do you think the sun is?
What do you mean?
It's a star.
It's a star.
Yeah.
But it's. I forgot what the reasoning that they had behind it. Just like the shadow. he said.
These are conversations.
The math is not mathing right now, dog.
But no. My thing is like I'm not gonna say okay, no, they didn't do it or that they did do it. I think it's very feasible that they you would fix that they could fix something like this.
You think the Earth is around or flat?
It's round.
You just don't believe in the moon landing.
I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it, but
that's what you're saying.
I'm saying in that moment, I'm not sure if they reached it in that moment.
If they faked the footage or not, do you believe a nigga set foot on the moon, on the surface of the moon? Do you believe that happened?
I think it's possible that they did it.
No. Do you believe that it happened? Because it already happened. Do you believe
I don't know if it happened or not.
they told me like this nigga sticking to his guns.
I don't know. Because you know why? Because it's like you can tell me something, but that doesn't mean that it's true. Niggas also said smoking you can have no bad effects of smoking, and now look, niggas die from cancer.
Yeah. Yo, I
actually
have a question. What you think about the mandate, the vaccination mandate?
I don't give a fuck.
I'm already vaccinated, but
I'm vaccinated, so it doesn't affect me in any way. And if niggas don't want to get vaccinated, stop fucking complaining. Stay home. I'm tired of it, my nigga. Like they try. It's the new world order.
Infringing my rights, man.
Stay home.
I mean, there's the truth, but it's truth to it though. Like
truth to
you know,
what?
the fact that they're trying to control people.
How they trying to control people?
Because if you look, I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, healthcare and going to the doctor is costly no matter how you flip it. Any situation, yo, you wanna get the flu vaccine. Or in anything, yo, I gotta go get checked out. I want to go make sure that I don't have no STDs or whatever. You gotta pay for that shit. I've looked at my my invoice where it has the copay and then it has how much you actually would have had to pay if you ain't have healthcare. So you mean to tell me you charging me for everything else, but the vaccine is free for anybody. You don't have to put no names on it. You don't gotta sign nothing.
No, you have to sign. You have to sign for it.
You literally get a card with it.
You don't need health insurance for it.
You don't need health insurance.
But you still have to sign.
I'm not
forms
saying
and everything.
Do you know how? First of all, the healthcare system in the United States is absolute garbage. Do you know how many uninsured people there are in the United States?
Probably more than insured.
The government knows this. So obviously they're gonna make it a rule where it's like, okay, you don't need health insurance to get the vaccine because they want niggas to stop having the fucking virus.
Why are they doing that for everything? But everything else that's going on in this world,
it's a deadly fucking virus. It's not the flu.
This shit that's killing people right now.
It's because it's more contagious.
It's killing people right now.
All right, but there's things that been killing people.
But if they make you pay for it, you
right
probably
now.
freak out also. Feel me? If they made you pay for it, you probably mad as hell also.
Yeah,
even worse.
When you think about it, the flu is actually more deadlier.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Don't fucking tell me that. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. How are you telling me?
He's a nurse.
No, the spread rate is worse than the flu.
Yes, but the death rate is not the same.
The death rate of the flu is much higher than the death rate of COVID.
Let's fucking look it up, dog.
Okay.
Stick as a nurse, I don't know.
And
I'd be a little nervous.
You feel a little shaky.
And also on a side note, there's also a huge amount of side effects that you can pertain from the vaccine. So the fact that you're forcing people and not...
No one's forcing anyone.
Yes, it is.
It's not being
Yes, they all forcing people, man. I'm gonna tell you why they telling people.
You can't...
Stay home.
Okay.
It's not... No one's forcing you. Stay the fuck home if you don't
They
get
all
it.
forcing
My
people.
thing is this.
You gotta...
No,
new
my thing
hires.
is this.
It's gonna get to the point where new hires is gonna have to get the vaccination.
So you're talking to hypotheticals now.
But but indoor dining. For indoor dining, people that work... people who work at indoor dining spots gotta get the vaccine even if they don't want to get the vaccine.
That's on them.
That's fucked up.
Not on them.
That's fucked up. I lose my job because I don't want to get a vaccine that's only been created within 6 months.
That's tough.
There's no study on long-term effects that can happen.
But like when they started like administering the vaccine, it was 6 months into them creating it though. They started administering the vaccine in around December of last year, but at that time they started working on the vaccine in what, like April, May?
But it's built on past research, though. This is like years.
Past research, and it wasn't bureaucratic, so you didn't have to fucking wait 20 months or not 20 months, but like wait like 2-3 months.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It didn't have to go through approval.
They cut all the red tape. So that's already been dispelled.
But I'm gonna say this though, now I'm not saying don't get the vaccine. If you have a weak immune system, then go get the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? But you telling us, oh, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that, which I understand. If you have COVID, go get tested. If you're
scared of COVID, why don't you stay home?
Huh?
Why don't you, if you're scared of COVID, just stay home?
No, I got the vaccine. I do whatever the fuck I want.
So why can't I come out then?
Because you don't have the vaccine. Stay home.
Why don't I stay home? I'm not scared of COVID.
So you're gonna get the virus and still spread it, my nigga.
To who?
You can get the virus and still spread it.
You can still get the virus.
You can still get the virus and spread it.
You can still get the virus if you got the vaccine.
But wait, when they say with the vaccine, you say you can't spread it though. So you can get it, right?
You can get it.
Is that what it is?
You can still get it. You can still spread it.
You can still pass it on.
You can pass it on to people that's not vaccinated.
You guys gotta think about the whole propaganda of how this is gonna spread. You're gonna have people. Oh, well, I got vaccinated, but I can still get sick and pass it, but you're going to blame the people that aren't vaccinated without a clear indication of who's actually spreading it. It's just propaganda that you're building up.
But they know it's the niggas that doesn't have the vaccine that's getting sick.
Okay, but what...
We know who's getting it, my nigga.
What if I'm not scared of getting sick? Why can't I come outside?
A vaccine is just a
because you go affect other people. That's why.
For your body to build
immunity.
It's building.
Well, what if I got sick already?
So it's just like my thing is just like you should get the vaccine if you're like old people that have health conditions and stuff like that.
But it was young niggas getting clapped left and right when at the height of the pandemic.
But there's also people that were getting it and still not. They get it and they're fine.
Exactly, it's playing Russian roulette. You don't play Russian roulette with a fucking deadly virus?
You're playing Russian roulette with every virus in the world.
Not a deadly one like this shit.
Yo,
niggas was on ventilators for 20 days dying slow.
Okay, but also
a lot of these people were asthmatic.
No, it was healthy people dying slow.
No, but a lot of people.
Okay, but no, go ahead.
Okay, with that, when you're on ventilation, there's a lot of things to put in perspective when a person dies, okay? When they're on ventilation, okay, were they getting their proper treatment?
Malnourished.
Was the nurse trained? Because you gotta remember, a lot of these ventilated patients were on floors where these nurses had no trained expertise in these ventilations. So you're giving nurses this responsibility to take care of deadly patients in an environment you're not used to. A lot of patients were dying, and even like my sister was backing it up. A lot of deaths were because of nurse negligence and not perfectly caused by COVID.
They was overwhelmed.
It's
and then on top of that, a lot of these ventilators that was.
I feel like if it was nurse negligence, I feel like it's still deadly though.
And a lot of these ventilators that's being created in a lot of
nurses were still working in the height of the pandemic. Okay.
Right.
Nurses were still in that hospital, so you're telling me, okay, why now you're telling me, oh, you won't be able to work, all right, in your setting in the hospital if you don't get vaccinated. But when we were in the height of pandemic,
there was no vaccine back then, dog.
But why is
there wasn't even a choice?
Why does it have to be? Oh, you have to do this
to stop the spread.
And if we're gonna get a little bit deeper in here, I know a few people who work in the medical field, and they were saying that a lot of these hospitals was just signing off saying that people died from COVID when they didn't really die from COVID too.
That was happening.
You know what I'm saying? So they was forging numbers, for whatever. I don't have the statistics, so I'm not gonna get deep into it. But a lot of these hospitals was forging numbers. You know what I'm saying? And people was dying from other things.
Because I feel like
it could have affected it, but they died from that.
If you got COVID and you have underlying issues, COVID is just an accelerant.
Yeah.
So of course they were gonna say, all right, this person was asthmatic and they were overweight and they got COVID and then they died. So we're gonna say COVID is the cause of death because it was the accelerant.
Yeah.
But
you know what
I
mean? But that's still.
I see. But also, if they got heart disease or some shit, you know what I'm saying? They got heart disease, high blood pressure. Yeah, it's the accelerant, but it was already gonna wipe them out at some point.
But
at that point you don't know which one it was, so you're gonna go with the one that's killing people right now.
So you can't necessarily.
So you have to write something on the paper. You're not gonna write heart disease when they have a fucking deadly virus in their body, right? That was the catalyst of their death. You're gonna write COVID because it was the catalyst.
All right.
Okay, but what if ventilation? They're not taking care of their lungs give out,
and they wasn't creating.
But
and they was creating ventilators
because of COVID.
And they was creating ventilators
because of COVID.
COVID
attacks the lungs.
They was creating ventilators at a high clip, and they wasn't actually.
Hold on. One time, please.
Okay.
He said,
fucking brain is fried.
They was creating these ventilators at a high clip because it was getting to the point where they couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, work with China and all of these other factories. They had to literally any factory that they could find or get, they had to like bring all of the
materials.
So a lot of these ventilators and whatnot was probably not even potent. You know what I'm saying? Like
shoddy work.
No, but it was a while before they even got more ventilators.
If this being created, but people were still dying though. Like
they was dying on the regular ventilators.
Yeah, exactly. So
I feel like ventilators are not, nurse care or not. If you have a deadly virus, and especially if you have underlying issues, the virus is gonna clap you.
Okay, but
I understand.
If it's healthy niggas in their 30s and their 20s dying from this shit,
that's a very small percentage, though.
But I'm saying though, even if it's a small percentage, it's
basically
like
we was talking
you're
about
healthy.
The vaccine,
You're in the prime of your life, and you get a virus and die.
This
is not the flu, my nigga. A nigga can get the flu and be up 2 weeks. You good.
But overall, we talking about the vaccine though. So let's kind of like revert a little bit back to that. All I'm saying is, all right, if somebody chooses,
I think they pushed it with the mandate. I personally don't give a fuck because I'm already vaccinated. It doesn't affect me.
Yes,
I feel like if they want to garner public trust, this was the wrong move.
Yeah, that's not the right way.
The wrong move.
And you know what I think it is?
But I understand that they're pushing it because they want more people to get vaccinated, so we can stop the spread and stop wearing masks and we're having to worry about travel, all this bullshit.
I just think they're just trying to reach a certain threshold. So I don't even think the mandate's not for everybody. It's to try to force you. But okay, the people that's like, all right, fine, I gotta get it. They probably just want to only reach like maybe 70%.
I don't think it's going
to last. And I think they'll be fine with that.
I don't think it's going to last, but I personally, I don't like it off of the fact that, yo, you're kind of trying to sabotage somebody's God-given right to say, no, I'm good.
You can say no. That's the problem I have with it. That's my argument. It's like,
but you can't get hired.
People are saying, oh my God, they're forcing us to take the vaccine. No one's fucking forcing you. Just say no.
If I'm working,
no one's putting a gun to your head. This is not North Korea. Niggas act like we in North Korea, blood.
If I'm working at STK Steak or something like that, and I gotta have the.
Yeah, because the dread niggas just sharing, like, y'all just want to talk at the same time. Like,
if I'm working at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying, a high-end restaurant, it's paying my bills, you know what I'm saying, and I gotta get this vaccine that I never planned on getting, and I had no problem with masking up at work. I have absolutely.
They giving niggas an option though. If you're not taking the vaccine, you gotta get tested like every 2-3 days.
They're not even doing that no more.
Yes, they are.
Right now, at other places,
it's mad annoying.
I have no problem with it. But
so what do you
want? That's the ultimatum.
You just want to be out here like.
No, I want to be home. I'd go for
it. I'm saying for the niggas that's like, oh, I don't want to take the vaccine. No. Oh, I don't want to wear a mask. Oh, I also don't want to get tested. Like,
look, I have no problem.
So what the fuck is wrong with you?
I have no problem with the getting tested thing, but a lot of these establishments now, the mandate is saying any indoor dining in general gyms. Anybody that's working there gotta be vaccinated. It's
not going to hold that shit.
I didn't hear about the employees having to take the vaccine.
The employees have to.
I know that they're giving options for people. If you don't want to take the vaccine, it's your right, but you need to get tested frequently.
I don't mind.
And you also need to wear a mask.
I can do that. I don't mind doing that. But they're stopping people from doing that in general. Like, but they're stopping people from doing that in a lot of these establishments, though. Like,
and that's up to the establishment. These are private-owned businesses. It's up to the establishment.
My one thing is, because I personally, I don't really care. I don't know which is which. Fuck it, I'm already vaccinated. If I'm gonna turn into a Titan, I'm gonna turn into a Titan.
Fuck yeah,
it's already too late. But at this point, it's like, because my thing is like, if this was like a reoccurring thing of like a mandate of having to get, because you remember like when the swine flu came out, it was going crazy. But the same thing was like, oh, don't touch nobody, don't do none of that, stay away from people. But that was never like something that they mandated for you to get a vaccine for. There was never like, oh yeah, swine flu, or yeah, I can't do nothing. The world shut down because of this.
A lot less people died during swine flu.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like the world had to shut down for this because
But I don't think the swine flu was as global as COVID is. COVID is in every fucking every corner of the earth.
Yeah, but rest of
outside of the United States.
But
either way.
But the most people that was done with it at that point, they recovered way faster and way longer than we had. We didn't even get to a point where we recovered from any of this shit yet.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even regardless, so now it's
mainly swine flu.
Yeah, for both, either one. COVID too.
What do you mean we didn't? We still in the throes of it.
No, as I'm saying, we didn't recover from none of this, nothing like that yet. With the swine, so that's what I'm saying. Like the swine flu, I'm just taking in terms of like the U.S. Swine flu, U.S. type shit. COVID in the U.S.
It didn't last as long. The swine flu didn't last as long, and it wasn't as deadly.
It didn't shut down.
We didn't wear.
It wasn't as deadly.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
I'm trying to figure out your point. Like,
I'm saying the fact that it was like, okay, because it was never a situation, even with a bunch of shit with how deadly Ebola and shit was, it was never a mandate to get something done like this. The fact that they're trying to force a mandate, I'm like, alright, it's something at least. It's like
it shows the seriousness of it.
It's the seriousness to a certain extent because we never dealt with no shit like this before. So it's like it shows the seriousness of it. It's not like a just like if you want to just get it, if you just get it and then. It's just like that. It's just like, all right, no.
It's like a school vaccine. Like,
yeah, you gotta go to school to like get if you want to go to school for that.
Flu shot and all that shit.
Yeah, flu shot.
Like they're not gonna kick you out.
Yeah.
A lot of kids that's in college actually had to get the vaccine.
Yeah, they had to
get inside of the college.
It's the same thing as like getting the flu shot. From what they say, I mean.
But yeah, and honestly,
I feel like if you want to do public shit, like you should either get tested frequently or take the vaccine.
Yeah, which I don't get. Why is it like you have to get certain shots for like to go to school, but it's not necessarily mandated for work?
Yeah,
that's why I never really understood.
What you gonna say, Doug?
Y'all niggas are still spreading it though. Like, even if the unvaccinated just don't stay home and y'all still out and about having fun, y'all still spreading COVID.
To the unvaccinated niggas, maybe, yeah, but they getting clapped.
Yeah,
so,
I'm supposedly not gonna die from that.
I'm not. I'm good. I'm straight.
Okay.
If I spread it to an unvaccinated nigga, that's it.
What about if you spread it to a vaccinated nigga that happens to die? Because that's happening also.
That's also happening.
Yeah, it's at a low rate.
Extremely low rates.
At a low rate, but also
it's still
also people in their
happening
20s who are dying from it. It's happening at a low rate also. You know what I mean? So.
I get that point. Yeah, I get that point.
My issue is just give me.
So wait. Are you guys questioning the efficacy of the vaccine? Are you guys saying like, hey, this shit doesn't work, or what the fuck was like?
Personally, it's just like I just don't care enough. Honestly, I'd rather be home during the winter.
Yeah,
there's the side effects that's gonna happen. Also, I don't want to go through that fucking 2-3 days of slump and all that.
Well, if you catch COVID and then you still get those same side effects, but it's even worse.
I'm not scared of COVID. I mean, whatever.
No, I'm not saying that, but the side effect, like from the people that I know that had COVID,
those side effects from that being worse than the actual vaccine.
It's worse than the actual vaccine.
I've known people that had COVID too, and my sister had COVID. I got the vaccine, thankfully, but. My sister had COVID and she was like in the bed for like 2-3 weeks. Couldn't do shit.
Honestly, I've been close quarters with numerous people that have had COVID, and every test I've had.
You might be good. You might be good.
You could be asymptomatic.
So at that point, I feel like.
But you're also not sure.
I'm like I was cooped up with these people. I was cooped up with these people like often, and I didn't catch.
Yeah,
COVID.
but you could also be like.
But if you're asymptomatic, you're not the rule though. You're the exception.
Of course, which is why I'm saying for me. I'm just telling you why I'm not getting. Why I personally don't.
No, I feel you. What about the fucking nurse? Are you questioning vaccine? I don't understand health professionals that.
My thing is,
I just want to know if you believe that a vaccine works. Like, is it effective against protecting against COVID? Yes or no?
Do I believe that it's protective? I believe that it's an emergency situation and it should be used because that's what it's used for.
It's not guaranteed to do anything for you.
It's like if I'm talking about do I feel like the way society's portraying it, like you have to get vaccinated?
I don't like that either though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the mandate is. I think it's a little much. Even though I don't give a fuck.
I need all this argument you say it's a little much.
Yeah, I just want to
kill niggas. He's on the ground. What the fuck?
Stupid nigga, dumb nigga.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm vaccinated, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I just want to know what y'all feel. And I want to argue your points.
It all pertains to about like what health is and like health, like being able to advocate to what people want.
See, I was cool with the whole vaccination thing. All right, get the vaccine, but
I'll get it eventually.
No, I wasn't cool. I wasn't.
Yeah,
cool
that's what I
what I'm saying is I was cool with the people who actually felt like they needed it, getting it. Okay, whatever.
Right.
But when it started, like coming into like my domain of like, yo, you gotta get this. Yo, you might have to get this. You might have to get this. I know my body more than anybody in this world, and I know for a fact I'm gonna be fine without it because I worked at the height of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And
a lot of people.
I got tested and I never caught it. You know what I'm saying? I never caught the.
When you think about older people that died, it's a small number compared to the actual world.
No, I understand all of that, but what I'm saying is that if I feel like my body is gonna react a certain way, all right, I'm gonna just give you a little backstory. I'm allergic to penicillin.
All right.
I'm allergic to penicillin, and I know that the vaccine has penicillin in it. I don't know how it's gonna affect my body. I can say, oh, I'm gonna go get this vaccine and I'm gonna be fine.
That's completely different. That's a whole different situation.
If you're allergic to the vaccine, don't take the vaccine.
No,
Why don't you just say that?
Yeah,
If you're allergic, say that, nigga.
If you're allergic, say that, my nigga.
Yo, listen.
If you're allergic, say that, my nigga.
But no, but all of that. What the fuck? But all I'm saying
that's
is,
like if they said it's peanuts in the vaccine. Cole was like, damn, I still gotta take it. Like Cole says, I still gotta take the vaccine.
But personally, all I'm trying to say is,
mad almonds in the
I gotta help my neighbors.
No, I feel you though.
But all I'm trying to say is, all right, if I feel like this vaccine is going to do more harm to my body overall than good, I feel like it's my God-given right to just say I don't want to take this, but I'll take the necessary precautions like getting tested, every so often, or I'm wearing my.
But you know what
mask.
the thing is with the test? The test is you still they gotta pay for that. They don't want to have to pay for that shit no more.
Nobody want to pay for the vaccine.
They don't even have to keep testing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like you're gonna run.
Test,
Yeah, but if people not gonna take it, you're spending unnecessary money on the test and the vaccines.
True.
So it's like I think it's most of it is like, yo, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Like it's like, yo, just get vaccinated, my nigga. I'm done.
I'm
like
tired of it.
We all just.
I'm tired of it.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if it's your right, it's your.
Yeah, I don't care.
Right.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
It's your right. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. But don't fucking complain about not being able to do shit.
Just be safe.
That's all I want to.
Yeah,
Be safe.
I think
Don't complain. I don't want to fucking.
Your problem is the way that they trying to strong arm you into doing shit like that.
Because it's a sense of control.
Yeah, I understand. Cause I don't like them saying like, oh yeah, like if you want to do this, you got to get vaccinated. It's like nah, like you if anything, you're still limited to a certain extent. But it's, okay, you're vaccinated. I don't go with my mask, but if you're not vaccinated, wear your mask.
Overall, ladies and gentlemen, just try to be considerate of other people, and anything that you do whatever you want, but try to be considerate of your peers if you know that you're around a lot of people. If you don't,
people aren't like that.
Huh?
People aren't like that though.
People don't have no coop about themselves, but all we can do is try to use our platform responsibly. But we're, you know what I'm
Never
saying?
use it responsibly.
Well, we can try, but you know what I'm saying?
We about to be like the Dio Mordellos with this shit. Like,
hey man, fuck it. And truth be told, yeah, man, I'm just glad that the people that I'm around right now is okay. But in conclusion, we hope that you enjoyed this presentation.
How long has it been? Where we at?
Yo, we can keep going too, Loki.
Yo, that's what I'm
ready,
saying.
nigga. More pedophilia. What's up?
More pedophilia?
For the third time, let's get it.
But yo, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed this display. We hope to, and we will, give you more
little
content.
taste, not the whole load.
This is just a little taste, you know what I'm saying? Just a little sprinkle of salt, a little sprinkle of time. You know what I'm saying?
Sprinkle COVID on it.
A little COVID at the top.
For y'all unvaccinated niggas.
Yeah, just for your head top, feel me? But yeah, we are the devil's advocates, and we hope that you rock with us, going forward. And if not, fuck you.
Yo, we apologize for the random cut. One of our interns hit the button by mistake.
I'll fight you in my
the HR. One of the HR employees.
The HR dummies.
Oh,
That's
man.
our HR. That's crazy. Dog.
The HRWs?
Human resources. You know what I'm saying? Nothing gets past Talkback Studios. Shout out to Talkback Studios, by the way,
for all your podcasting and recording needs. Come to Talkback.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Get your vocals clean, man.
Yo, you want to plug yourselves real quick?
You know you want to.
He said nah.
He said
We
nah.
can put the logo. You know what I'm saying? The Talkback Studios logo somewhere.
Oh, facts. Like a little like,
It's definitely not in the shot.
Oh, not in the shot?
Yeah. It's not in the shot, niggas. It's not in the shot. All right.
like the sky shit.
But yo, y'all take it easy wherever the camera's at and wherever you may be. But you know what I'm saying? What we gonna say? You can go anywhere in this world, but you can't stay here. Bye bye.
I don't gotta go nowhere.
Peace.
Catch you on the next one, I guess.